Imagine if I told you that one of the biggest things stopping you from becoming successful might be your own brain. Sounds strange, right? But in the 1970s, Stanford University conducted a famous experiment called the Marshmallow Test. Children were given a simple choice: eat one marshmallow immediately, or wait and receive two. The test looked simple, but it revealed something important about self-control. And that brings us to the real question. Can you actually control your own mind? Because if you can't control your attention, your impulses, and your habits, something else will control them for you. And today, your brain is constantly being pulled in different directions. Your phone, notifications, short videos, entertainment, instant rewards. Every time you choose something that gives you immediate pleasure instead of something important for your future, you're training your brain to prefer the easier option. This creates a simple cycle. First comes the impulse. I'll work tomorrow. Just 5 more minutes. Then comes the dopamine trap. You pick up your phone, open social media, watch a few videos, and suddenly your brain gets an instant reward. The problem is that your brain starts learning. This feels good. Do it again. And then comes the third stage, the regret trap. You realize you've wasted hours. You start telling yourself, I'm useless. I can't stay focused. Why do I always do this? And now you're trapped between distraction and regret. But here's the good news. Your brain isn't permanently fixed. It's capable of changing. This ability is known as neuroplasticity. Your brain can strengthen certain patterns through repetition. So if your daily habits can train your brain to become distracted, your daily habits can also train it to become focused. Here are 5 simple ways to start. Number 1. Build a brain filter. Your brain receives an enormous amount of information every day.
So you need to decide what deserves your attention. Every morning, ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today that would make my day better? And at night, ask, what went well today? These questions train your attention toward what actually matters. Number 2. Use time blocking. One reason people procrastinate is that their brain doesn't have a clear target. Instead of saying, I need to study tomorrow, give yourself a specific task and a specific time. For example, from 7 to 8 p.m., I will study. The clearer the task, the less room your brain has to negotiate. Don't tell your brain what you might do. Tell it exactly what you are going to do. Number 3. Find your triggers. Every distraction usually has a trigger. And maybe it's a notification. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you're stressed. Maybe your phone is simply sitting next to you. Find the moment that starts the distraction. Then remove or change that trigger. If notifications pull you into your phone, turn them off. If your phone distracts you while studying, put it somewhere you can't easily reach. Don't depend only on willpower. Change the environment that keeps triggering the habit. Number 4. Stop the regret loop. This is where many people make things worse. They waste half the day and then spend the rest of it blaming themselves. I ruined today. I'm not disciplined. I'll never change. But regret doesn't create progress. Action does. If you wasted the morning, don't waste the afternoon feeling guilty about it. Start again immediately. One completed task is more useful than an hour of self-hate. Number 5. Train your brain every day. You don't build physical strength by exercising once. Your brain works the same way. Give it something to do. Read, learn something new. Practice calculations without immediately using a calculator. Meditate. Solve problems. Focus on one task without constantly switching. The goal isn't to become someone who never gets distracted. That's unrealistic. The goal is to become someone who notices the distraction and can return to what actually matters. Because your brain will always look for the easiest reward. Your job is to decide which rewards are worth following. And this is where the marshmallow test becomes interesting. The real lesson isn't simply that people who wait are automatically successful. Human behavior is far more complicated than that. But the experiment raises an important question. Can you delay something you want right now for something you want even more in the future? Because every day you face your own version of the marshmallow. One more video, one more scroll, one more hour of entertainment, or the difficult thing that could actually move your life forward. And the choice seems small in the moment, but repeated choices become habits, and habits eventually become your life. So don't try to control your entire brain overnight. Start with one decision. When your brain says later, ask yourself, is later actually a better time? Or am I just avoiding the discomfort of starting? That question can change the way you work. You don't need perfect discipline. You need repeated control over small moments, because the person who learns to control their attention gradually gains control over their actions. And when your actions change consistently, your life eventually changes with them.